Well, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, or whatever it is, wherever you are. It is time once again, being that it is 3 p.m. on the Eastern Time Zone, for Wednesday Afternoon Live with me, your boy, the SaleenDriver, host of the longest running Wednesday afternoon live stream in all of YouTube that I know of. The show that endeavors week in, week out to prove that we are the show about nothing in particular. And we do manage to prove that quite often. God knows we delve into all kinds of subjects. Politics, economics, metaphysics, and sometimes watches in college football. Coke Zero, nectar of the gods. Let's see who's here so far. We've got Sven. Guten Tag. How are you, sir? Is it good Namen? No, Guten Tag. Hail State, of course. Matt Dumit is here. He is a steady contributor, even though he doesn't say much. He is always here, and we appreciate that. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights was here at 3:30 a.m. Today. I don't know why he was here at 3:30 a.m. when it's obvious that he's 11 and a half hours early. And Alex Mid 123. You're here too. Good to see you, sir. Well, let's see. Been a dull week for me. Highlight of my excitement was yesterday so far this week when I was running stuff through my paper shredder and it blew its motor up and spewed the magic smoke all over the kitchen area of my house. Had to go buy a new one. Yeah, damn thing was what, 8 years old. So they only cost about 75 to $100. So after the first year, it really doesn't owe me money anymore, does it? Big Tube Productions is here. Good afternoon to you. I am reminded that the Slob Olympics cruise is coming up, so we can certainly talk about that if anybody wants to. Yep, them dogs. They managed to hang on and beat the Gators in the basketball, the number 3 ranked Gators. But that's good on them. I got to say that basketball arena was rocking last night. It was pretty exciting. Gators came back towards the end of the game, actually took the lead very briefly. And if a bounce or two had gone their way, it would have been a Gator squeaking out a Gator victory. But good on Georgia for winning a basketball game. It's probably not going to slow the Gators down very much. They're still heading to the tournament. Battle Angel is here, the Battle Angel. The most patient and long-suffering woman in all of the internet. And if you know, you know. So good to see her here as always. Hopefully she is able to speak to us, poor common people, during the stream. She's probably working though. But always value her participation. Let's see what else is going on. Auto racing is starting up. We're already 2 races into the NASCAR season, and that's a good thing. Formula One is going to start, I think, in a couple of weeks. So the most boring, the most boring version of auto racing in all the world will start up, and I think IndyCar, which is the second most boring form of auto racing in all the world, will start actually not too far from me in St. Petersburg with the St. Pete Grand Prix, which is between IndyCar and Formula One. I think we'll probably see about a total of 20 passes through the entire season. The big news in Formula One is Lewis Hamilton is switching from his longtime association with Mercedes, first with McLaren, and then with the Mercedes factory team, quote unquote factory team, to Ferrari, which means my interest in Formula One is even lower than it was the past few years when Formula One decided that it no longer liked Lewis Hamilton and gave every advantage they could think of to Max Verstappen, who will probably win another championship this year, because I don't think Ferrari's got what it takes to beat Red Bull. I don't think Mercedes has what it takes to beat Red Bull, and I don't think McLaren has what it takes to beat Red Bull. But we'll see. TK is here. T-Skates. Good to see you, my dear. And Zona Tucson 93 is here. Good to see you, sir. But yeah, for me, the only form of auto racing that really matters is what used to be called IMSA, International Motor Racing Association, sports car racing, and NASCAR. Also last night, if it weren't bad enough that the Gators lost to Georgia, I watched my Bruins take a 3-0 lead over the Toronto Maple Leafs and end up losing the game 5-4 in overtime, which proves to me the 2024-2025 version of the Boston Bruins rocks. They have no goaltending. They have a couple of scorers, and the rest of the team is a bunch of scraps. And this team needs a major overhaul from top to bottom. And as much as I love Brad Marchand as the captain, he is a failure. It should not be Marchand as captain. He should go back to being the assistant captain and give the captain jersey to Pasternak. I think he would, garner a little more respect, not only from the other teams facing the Bruins, but the Bruins themselves. Ram and Jamma Taylor is here. Good to see you, sir. And let's see. No, that's all I can really think of to talk about. Anybody want to name a subject that they want to talk about? Go ahead. Hang on a minute. Okay, good. Hopefully TK will come. I'm going to drop the link. Hopefully Sven will come in and entertain us with his accent. Vic will entertain us with his interesting questions. And TK might even jump in and tell us all how her skating is going, since the woman is determined to become a skater girl. Steve Pearson is here. Good to see you, sir. And Baylor Man, bringing our annual countdown, 178 days until the countdown on our watches hits all zeros for college football seasons. There's more than one season? I guess there is, actually, if you count D1, D1A, D2, and D3. I guess there is.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
If you think, my friend, that Florida was bad yesterday, look up what Alabama did to Mississippi State. They shoot an SEC record of all time in freeze against Mississippi State. They blew us. I think we lost by 2,400 points.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I watched 10 minutes, and I was done. It was unbelievable. I think they scored 120 points. It was crazy.
Well, I think Florida's got to play Bama. I don't know if it's Saturday or next Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, State is decent. Alabama is a really good team. Really good. And Alabama, if all clicks, they can be last man standing in the SEC in the tournament. They can go to the Final Four, like Florida and like Auburn. That's the only three teams who have a shot. Tennessee is not good enough. Kentucky, forget it.
Let's see. No, I'm wrong. We play Texas A&M on Saturday night in the O-Dome.
Yeah.
We have to go at Alabama on the 5th, and we wrap up the season on the 8th with Ole Miss.
Yeah, Ole Miss is a win. Texas A&M is a win, and Bama is a 50-50 shot.
Yeah,
but
look it up. The road,
I think that they scored 22 threes. Can you believe this crap? 22 threes in one basketball game.
That's a lot of threes.
This is like Steph Curry, and what was his mate in Golden State? Klay Thompson, getting hot. Good morning, LSU girl.
How are we doing? Good morning. Just real quick, super quick, because I'm not even on the computer. I'm on my phone.
Okay.
2 of my comments that I put in didn't show up. So I tried to figure out maybe there was a word that I put that maybe was on your restriction list. And the only one I could see on one was the word TK. Do you think that's on your word?
No, TK is not on my restriction list, but YouTube has their own restriction lists. Like,
TK wouldn't be one. The other one was I need to fire up the pewter. I don't think that one showed.
No, it didn't. All I see is driver of a Saleen in chat, and then hello, and then that's it.
Yeah, I put another one there too. I put another chat in there too.
YouTube algorithm is really strange. Whenever I'm in
I remember what it was.
What?
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just want to tell you because I'll forget.
No, go ahead and say it.
You can call me TK if you want. T Skates is probably the name of my channel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So y'all can still call me TK or whatever.
Okay, well, I'll call you whatever you want. Mike,
would you call me Sugar Lips?
No. Because I use Sugar Lips as an insult most of the time anyway.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, because you would be saying it like in a derogatory way.
Right.
Listen,
I'd say, that's such a nice thought there, Sugar Lips. Why don't you go back to class and learn something?
All
March Madness starts probably after all the the tournament. So I think, well, March Madness starts March 1st. I mean, but the tournaments is when the madness starts. So I'd say probably after March 8th, really. Baileyman says March 18th. Okay.
Yeah. You know
Baileyman
what I do?
Also says hashtag stop mistreating T-skates.
TK, you know what I do in 2 hours?
What?
I sit my ass down with 4,000 LSU fans and watch LSU baseball.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should look up Kyonomics is his name. And he streams every single LSU baseball game. This community is absolutely awesome.
I need
these
to
balls are crazy.
I
And
never got
love
into
them.
baseball though, so I need to get into it.
Yeah, I
baseball.
mean,
baseball is a sport for raving insomniacs that don't respond well to drugs.
Well, no, I don't normally like it, but I think if it was LSU, I might get into it. You know what I'm saying?
It's better as watching some stupid guys driving around a circle in a car, like NASCAR. You know, this is stupid. This is stupid. This is really stupid.
No, okay. Which is more stupid? Watching men drive around on a racetrack exhibiting skill and daring and guts and bravery, or a guy spitting tobacco juice out of his mouth and scratching his crotch while he throws a ball 90 feet. Whoop-de-fucking do.
I don't know. I don't know.
Meanwhile, the guys on the baseline and in the outfield are sitting around scratching their crotches and picking their nose and spitting their tobacco juice and getting fatter by the minute.
Tobacco is forbidden in college and in the MLB, but I don't watch it.
Well, okay, yeah, that's a recent development.
No,
I tell you a little story real quick. When I lived in Metro Atlanta and I worked for IBM, one of the things they would do every once in a while, Raj, oh, that was a bad one. One of the things they would do once in a while is they would give our teams tickets to Braves games. Now, here's the problem: because it was tickets given to us by our work, in order for us not to be charged tax, especially by the state of Georgia, we had to show up, and we had a 10-minute meeting on the grounds of what was then Fulton County Stadium before they moved the Braves north into Marietta. So we had to have a 10-minute meeting that was quote unquote business so that we wouldn't get taxed for the game. And then we had to go to our seats.
What a nonsense.
Now here's the problem. The stadium is located in downtown. The games were inevitably late afternoon or early evening games. And if you weren't someone of downtown Atlanta is not where you want to be at night, especially with the parking situation. So not a lot of fun. And the games were boring. All I did was sit around and eat.
Hey, Saleen, are you going to meet me on Thursday in Port Canaveral?
No.
Please?
No, I can't. Why would I meet you in Port Canaveral? What's in Port Canaveral?
Because people are going to be there. We could say hey to everybody. They're coming in on Thursday for the cruise on the next day.
Was that this week? I thought it was next week.
I mean, next week. I don't know. Anyway, I'm still on my phone, and I know that it's bad sound. So I want to get back. Well, but I want to get in my computer with my headphones and stuff like that, because I also have 10% left on my phone. So I'll be back in a jiffy. Well, not in a jiffy, but in a few.
Take your time, girl.
Take your time.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
No, I'm not going for the billionth time. I'm not going on the Slob cruise. There's no surprise appearance by SaleenDriver at the Slob cruise. I'm not going to Port Canaveral. That's across the entire state of Florida. That's a 3-hour drive minimum that I'm not going to make.
Yeah.
As much as I love the folks that are going on the cruise, I really do.
Yeah.
I ain't going to Port Canaveral. So
for me, it would be 4,500 euros all included, and that's too much money.
Well, you'd have to fly over here too. So
of course. And
however, I am now 2 months, just under 2 months from my trip to Venice. I am looking very much forward to going back
in February, March. It's end April.
It's what?
There should be around 75, 80 degrees in Venice.
No. In Venice, Italy, or Venice, Florida?
In Venice, Italy.
In Venice, I'll tell you what the temperature is in Venice, Italy right now. Hang on.
Now it's end February, but if you go end April, start March, beginning May, it should be 75 to 80 degrees.
I will absolutely tell you it's not, because, well, right now, wait a minute.
It's maybe 30 or 35.
Yeah, Venice, Italy. Okay. Venice, Italy right now, for the next 10 days, the highs are in the mid-50s Fahrenheit.
50s?
Lows in the low 40s Fahrenheit.
Wow, that's warm. They have summer.
That's not warm. That's miserable.
What?
Now, last year when I went to Venice, there were 2 days where the highs were right around 72 degrees, but all the other days the highs were in the mid-60s and the lows were around 40. Hey, Vic.
Yeah. So that sounds a lot like it sounds a lot like Georgia weather. Yeah, highs in the 50s, low in the 40s.
Venice in late April is still a little chilly for this Floridian, but
right.
It's
although right now, although it's pretty warm right now, it's 74. So
we have
74. That's a little warm. Bit warm for February, but
we have right now
I'm getting close to 80. So
the snow starts to melt, and we have right now 32 degrees.
Yeah, well, right now it says that we have bad air quality. We got an air quality warning. It says their air quality is 163.
Man, we're right near 80 degrees right now. It's sunny. It's nice out. The humidity's low for now. So
yes, we got a we got a bad score. Yeah, we got a bad score on our air quality index, but it doesn't say why. But
in Athens,
it says it. No, well, where I live, don't really live.
You live in Augusta.
In Athens, exactly. But no, I live close to Athens. But I don't really live in. I don't live in the city of Athens. But
right here where we are,
or town, fine.
The trees are starting to drop their leaves, which means that in the next few weeks we're going to start getting pollen, and that's never a lot of fun.
Yes, I don't know if it's
March is usually pollen season for us.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I just got an email from my guys up in Boston. The last watch I had sitting with them for repair is allegedly will be back to them Friday, and I should see it next week, which is nice because I haven't seen that watch in 6 months. And I love that watch. That is one of the prettiest watches I own, and it broke, and it really makes me sad. But I'll have my watch back.
And you have to send it to Boston to a special watch repairman.
Well, yes and no. You see, what I do is I send it to Boston to the guys at European Watch Company.
Okay.
They don't repair watches. They buy, sell, and trade them. But because they buy, sell, and trade, they have to have watches that they take in where they buy from someone or they take on trade. You usually have to send their watches out to be checked over by watchmakers and refurbed. And a lot of these watches are specialty watches, so they have contacts all over the world. You know, if you have, like in this case, I had a watch that's from H. Moser and C, which if you know, you know,
from Switzerland.
Yeah, well, that watch has to go back to Switzerland to be repaired. They're the only ones that can work on it. But if I take the watch to one of these local watchmakers, they're going to try and fix it on their own, and they're just going to screw it up. So I send all my repairs to European Watch, and then they distribute it out to whoever works on that brand, and then they take it back in and they check it over and they make sure it's up to their standards, and then they send it back to me. It adds a little extra time and a few extra steps, but
it's safe. But it's safe.
Yes, it's very safe and it's very worth it.
And if you want to take care of your stuff, you have to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
As simple as that. I mean, you can take your Mustang Saleen or whatever this is, and bring it to a guy who only repairs tractors. You know, and he can't repair. Yeah, he will ruin your car.
Let's see. James Thompson. I've never seen this name. Well, maybe I have. Maybe I can't remember. Vic, why are the Falcons crying about the Eagles running the tush push?
Well, the Falcons are crying. I didn't know I didn't know we were crying about the Eagles running the tush push. Who's
I hadn't heard that either.
Who's crying about the tush push? Yeah, well, I mean, seems like Chiefs fans should be the one crying about the tush push, but the tush push wasn't enough to beat the Falcons. So, I mean,
I was listening to the Dan Patrick show on the radio briefly today, and they were talking about upcoming proposed NFL rule changes. And they were talking about whether the No Fun League should ban the tush push.
Yes, I don't know.
And I don't know what Baylor man is referring to here, but Notre Dame fans are still mad about the Bush push. Are we talking about Reggie Bush, or are we talking about somebody planting their hand in somebody's crotch and pushing? I mean, I don't get it.
Well, I can't.
I'm not into NFL.
I can't tell. Now I'm looking. I'm looking at other places, and I'm looking at other websites, and they say that our air quality is fine. So
Falcons and other teams were Morris. So. What James is saying.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know, but I mean, we beat the Eagles, so it really doesn't matter. So I mean, if we beat the Eagles, it doesn't really matter. He's the Falcons head coach.
Yeah, we
clearing that up. There was a game between Notre Dame and USC in 2005, and evidently there was a push. Somebody was pushing Reggie Bush at some point, and Notre Dame fans are salty about it.
Well, I mean,
Notre Dame fans are weirdos.
Well, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, I was gonna say, don't get mad that the Eagles do it before because it works. I mean, just start doing it too. I mean,
or figure out a way to
just
stop it.
do it too. Yeah, I mean, just do it too. I mean,
Tush
every
push
team
is
should start
simple.
running the tush
If you
push.
have a stronger defensive line, they don't even try to make a tush push. You know, they don't even
No,
try.
I know. I
If
don't know. It
you're
seemed like they do it on everyone. Yeah.
yeah, but Philadelphia's O-line is borderline elite, or they are elite. So,
Mhm.
and let me say it this way: if Georgia plays Mississippi State, and Georgia is on the 1 yard line, they can
Right.
do a tush push. If Mississippi
Right.
State is on the 1 yard line at Georgia, they can't do it. Ain't gonna work.
Well, no, actually, it would work. Well, I mean, against the 24 Georgia defense, yes. Against the
But you get my point.
21 against the 21 or the 22 Georgia defense.
I tell you what,
no,
your best defense, in my humble opinion, was 2017.
Really, you think 17 was better than 21?
17, 18 was really good. This team was really loaded. The only point what was bad was that Kirby had really only 1 year head coach experience, and you had the worst quarterback on the planet.
Well,
That
he
was
was not
the
the
only
worst.
two things.
He was not the worst on the planet.
You know what I'm talking about.
Who's the quarterback in 17?
It was Jake Fromm. Yeah.
Jake Fromm.
Wait a minute. I think Jake Fromm. An argument could be made. Jake Fromm was better than Stetson freaking Bennett.
No
way in hell.
Yeah, not better than Bennett, and not better than Beck. Yeah,
No
Bennett
way.
and Beck are both. Yeah,
No
Bennett
way.
and Beck.
You're saying
are
that
both
Fromm
better.
was worse than Bennett?
I tell you what, Jake Fromm wouldn't even
Yes, he
start
would.
at Mississippi State. There's no way in hell. He would
I
have
thought
started.
Fromm was better than Bennett.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
okay.
Speaking of which, yeah, I did. Yeah, make a new video today that ranked all of the Kirby Smart Georgia teams.
Off-season stuff.
Yeah, off-season stuff.
Oh, by the way,
Well,
Mississippi
something, right?
State lost also to the Eagles, but to the Southern Eagles in baseball. And
Nature Boy disagrees with you. The 21 defense was much better than the 17 defense.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I mean, the defensive line was definitely better. I mean, because we had we had Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. So I mean, on that 21 defensive line. So what was that? Oh, okay. Yeah, hello. Yeah, Guten.
I'll mute him until he comes back.
You guys are talking to the neighbor.
Yeah.
Well, at least his microphone's better.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Are you talking about me?
Yeah.
Well, you were talking to somebody else, so I muted you.
Yeah. I got some cherries and some money back.
What?
Cherries.
Cherries. Oh. Yeah. You don't know what cherries are?
Yeah, I know what cherries are.
It's fruit.
The lady comes tomorrow back, and what is not my wife, my daughter, and she brings the kids, and they eat yogurt. Is it the right word in English? Yogurt?
Yeah, yogurt. Yeah.
Yogurt.
Oh.
Rotten milk. With cherries, and they love this stuff. So, and I had to take care of this. And a neighbor brought it just to me.
So Vic,
Yeah, exactly. We had Nolan Smith. Yeah, we had. Yeah, it does sound familiar, James. Those are because that's the Eagles defense. Yes, don't forget N'Kobe Dean. Yep.
so Vic, what's your opinion on Joyless Reed being fired from PMS-DNC?
Who? Huh?
You don't know who Joy Reid is?
No.
Really?
He was fired from what?
No, Joy Reid. She's a far left bomb throwing host on PMS-DNC.
What is that?
It's a TV station, I guess.
MSNBC. MSNBC. You don't watch MSNBC?
No.
You're not a big Joy Reid fan?
No, I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. And I call them PMS-DNC because all their hosts, even the male ones, seem to have PMS. And of course, they all work for the Democrat National Committee, hence the DNC.
Right. Yeah. I don't really watch network news, but yeah.
Well, it's cable anyway. But okay, I was just wondering if you had.
Yeah.
I know your political leanings
news.
are a little left of center, so I figured you might have an
well,
opinion.
Yeah. I don't really spend that much time watching political stuff.
I was just wondering.
Right.
You know,
I don't really.
She is a horrible human being to begin with, but ever since the election, her audience that wasn't very big to begin with is almost gone.
The lefties
with everyone else.
Yeah. So anyway, so I do hear that U.S.-Russia relations are improving.
Well, so are U.S.-Ukrainian relations. We evidently went into a mineral rights agreement with Ukraine.
Oh, did we? Oh, they signed. They actually signed a mineral rights agreement.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it still has to be ratified by their version of
exactly.
Their legislation.
So it hasn't happened yet.
It's all but done.
Okay.
I mean, considering we paying them too much money for no goddamn good reason.
Well, I just heard about how we voted no to a United Nations resolution condemning Russia for their invasion of Ukraine. But
I tell you what, I told you 4 weeks ago that Trump goes to Putin and talks to him, and that's exactly what will take place. In latest 3 or 4 weeks, Trump goes on a flight to Moscow and will talk to Putin. Book it.
Yeah, he calls Zelensky a dictator, but won't call Putin a dictator because he doesn't use that word lightly. So,
I mean,
we all know they're both dictators. So what's the 6 of one after the?
The difference is
we oppose the European drafted resolution condemning Moscow's actions and supporting Ukraine. Okay.
I mean, Trump don't need Zelensky.
Right, but
Trump needs Putin.
Rejected it, but or we didn't sign on with it. So,
by the way, the lefties, we had election here in Germany, and the lefties got slapped in their face.
No, he's trying to bring peace through appeasement instead of antagonizement.
Yeah, he's trying to end the bloodshed.
Trying to make Putin happy so that he'll end the war. Yeah.
Battle Angel says, does anyone else notice that Vic talks more on this stream than his own?
Yeah, because I talk on his stream.
Matt Doomit says Vic doesn't care about his own streams. No, I disagree. Now, I, for one, appreciate Vic's contribution to my streams, and I appreciate Sven's contribution, and I appreciate anyone else that wants to join in. Now, the problem with Vic's stream for me is Vic's stream happens right at dinner time, so I end up missing the damn thing.
Yeah.
And I have guilt because he comes on my streams all the time and I don't get to his streams. And so I have Spilkus.
Vic just gets mad. Vic just gets mad at me. You know, I don't get mad at you, James.
Do you know who James Thompson is? Because I don't recognize the name.
Oh, you don't recognize the name? Oh, he's never showed up in your comment section before. Yeah, he shows up. Yeah, he's in my comment section all the time.
I'm not saying he never shows up here. It's just that it's been so long since I've seen the name that obviously I've forgotten the name or something to that effect. But I appreciate him being here. Just don't do nothing weird. Oh, and you know what? I didn't see Joshua George pop in there.
No
one watches news.
So now is Trump a Russian asset?
Of course.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you crazy or what?
Yeah, but how the liberal media is, making the claim that that Trump is Russian asset. Yeah.
What you call liberal
is hemorrhaging money and viewership. So I don't even know why anyone listens to that crap anymore.
What you call liberal media are crazy people.
They're saying that Trump is
they are
Russian
simply
asset.
crazy.
People seem to forget during the first term that Trump had that Russia was not exactly treated with kid gloves. I mean, he was pretty hard on them with economic sanctions and drilling for our own oil, which drove the price of oil down on the world market and hurt the Russian economy. These are not, to me, the actions of someone who's in the back pocket of Vlad the Impaler.
And Trump doesn't need Putin's money. I don't think so.
Joshua George says AFD got second. I don't support AFD because of the Holocaust denial. They're the ex-German military members, the want German militarism of AFD. A comma and a period here and there would help.
Joshua, this is wrong. This is flat out wrong. Flat out wrong. AFD.
I don't know enough about AFD to comment on it, but I don't think that.
All right, yes. Let's Sven knows.
I just want to get this in that it doesn't seem to me that the AFD is the second coming.
All right. Let's Sven talk.
There are 4 directions of German politics. There's the far right, that's the NPD, and they got forbidden. This is the NPD is the I call it Hitler Party. Okay, they are above anything what is left, what is right. They are the rightest of the right. They really want no foreigner in Germany and nobody and. Fuck Israel and fuck USA and fuck Russia. We are the Germans. We are the best. We are the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Right.
That's
Isolationism.
NPD, National Party of Germany, of Deutschland, NPD, and they are forbidden since 2 years. Then now the half righties, AFD, and the AFD is the same thing what Trump is. They are Trumpists. They want stability in Germany. Every German citizen got to have a job, got to have his health insurance, got to have his house or his roof over his head, and has to have his money. And they are normal people. Some of them a little bit more right, but what they say is the following: if you are an immigrant from Afghanistan or from Syria, and you come to Germany and you work hard, you learn the German language, and you integrate yourself, you are very welcome. But if you come here and live on a social boundary, or what you call it, this
social services,
social fare,
welfare.
Welfare. Get the hell out of here. We don't need you here.
Okay, let me ask you one real quick question. So AFD, it sounds like you say it's more of a Trumpist party. You're talking about
it's like Trump,
populism and nationalism.
Yeah, the AFD want. We are Germans, and we have to take care first and foremost of our own country before we get Israel or France or Japan or anyone else money. You know?
So Germany first party.
Yeah, a Germany
Right.
first
So do
party.
you? So
And
do
we have
you?
enough problems here.
Right. So do you? So I take that you, the AFD, that's the party that you support.
I voted for them at this election, the first time, because nobody else has a program what is good enough that I can vote for them.
So what are the others? And then what are the other two?
Okay. And then we have nearby the AFD is the CDU from the Chancellor Merkel, former Chancellor Merkel, the fat lady. So, and they are called a People's Party. So, like the SPD. And they were, before the AFD came, they were the party who cared about the wealth of the German peoples. That everybody who works in Germany can make his fortune. And I worked here for 35 years, and I mean, I'm not a millionaire, and I have not hundreds of thousands on my bank account, but I'm retired, and I can live, and I can do whatever I want, and I have enough money to get to my holidays, and it's okay. But this party got they destroyed themselves with crazy paroles, like we have to support the Syrian people and the Bosnian people and the Somalian people, and Germany sent over the past 10 years $19 trillion for other countries. 19 trillion. We have the fourth highest GDP all over the world, and we only have 82 million people. We sent $19 trillion or euros, it's the same, to foreign countries to help them. This is absolutely nuts. And we have enough problems in Germany who we have to fix. Our unemployment rate is rising. The grocery prices are rising, and you have to stop this stuff. Yeah. So, and the CDU did nothing. Huh?
Joshua says he's been watching and monitoring AFD for, well, looks like 10 years.
Okay.
What is German nationalism?
Joshua. In every party, 5% of the people are stupid, simply stupid. In every party, left, right, red, green, whatever. So, and not the normal AfD members don't support Hitler. And not I mean, I'm near 60 years old. I'm Saleen's age. So I have nothing to do with Holocaust and Hitler and something like that. And I don't understand, serious, why Germany pays Israel $30 billion every year.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. That's
you know, kind of the
war is 80
the reason
years ago.
for why because y'all are well, I mean, kind of the reason why Israel was created in the first place. So
yeah, but I mean, what have my generation and my kids and my grandkids to do? The reparation was paid off. The reparations to Israel was paid off in 1965. It was all paid.
You'd have to bring that up
right,
in a question.
So, and since 60 years, we pay them every year $30 billion. So, and I don't get it. I mean, I have nothing against Jews. I have nothing against Baptists. I have nothing against communists. I have nothing. As long as people behave and they are normal in your head, I get along with them. I have no problem with them. But I don't get why we have to send $30 billion to a foreign country.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all are gonna do that, you might as well be sending money to Egypt and Jordan and Lebanon and Iraq and Syria and Iran because you know because you know Germany is the reason why Israel was created, and now they have to be neighbors with Israel. So
I mean, the problem is my generation has nothing to do with Israel or with Jordan or with Egypt. Nothing. I don't care about Israel, and I don't care about Egypt, and I don't care about the king of Jordan. I don't care about them. If the king of Jordan is nice to me, I'm okay. If a Jew from Tel Aviv is nice to me, I'm okay. And if Vic from Essence is nice to me, I'm okay.
Let me ask the question then, Sven. Why aren't the German people asking members, their representatives in, I don't know what the name of the formal name of the German legislature is.
Yeah, the Reichstag, right?
No,
Bundestag. The Reichstag.
Bundestag.
No, it's not called the Reichstag anymore.
Bundestag.
Okay.
Bundestag. Why aren't people asking their representatives in the Bundestag and say, look, World War II was over 80 years ago. We're multi-generations away from the atrocities. We've paid, lots of war reparations. Isn't it time to stop? It's a legitimate question.
Yeah, I tell you why. Because
I don't know why anyone won't raise the question.
Yeah, we can ask the question, but the politics say you have nothing to say.
Well, then you got to vote them out.
Yeah, and that's what the people did. That's why they voted AfD.
As a Jew, I mean, and I am German Jew, well, half German.
And half Ukrainian.
Well, actually, I found something out about that. I'm half German, 1/4 Ukrainian, and 1/4 Polish. I found that out recently. But regardless, I am a German Jew. The war's been over for 80 years. Yeah. My generation is not responsible for stuff that happened 80 years ago.
Of course
not. I think it's a legitimate question that the German people should be asking their government. why can't we stop paying this money to Israel now? We paid them a good deal of money as reparations for the atrocities of World War II. At some point, it's got to end.
Yeah.
I think as a Jew, I think it's a legitimate question.
Yeah. And I mean, the German peoples are sick and tired of our politicians. Sick and tired.
Yeah,
because
as the American people are sick of
the only thing what they want, our German politicians, is money first in my pocket.
Right.
In
that's
my
all
pocket.
Politicians. All they care about is power and money. So.
And politicians all over the world are the same. In the US, in Germany, in Russia, money first in my pocket.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
You know,
yep. Money.
and
Money makes the world go round.
And there's a big difference between the US, France, every other country in the world outside of Iran and North Korea and Germany. In Germany, you know what a strike is?
Yes.
Strike is where the employees go on strike, where they quit until they quit until they get what they want, better wages, working conditions,
closely.
stuff like that.
If you, as a German citizen, create a general strike, you know what a general strike is?
Where everybody quits.
Yeah. If you the person who creates a general strike, you get a lifetime prison time. You go lifetime to prison. General strike is forbidden in Germany since 1933, created by Adolf Hitler, and they never changed the rule. Can you believe this?
Well, this is what happens when you live in a country without a constitution.
This rule, this order, this law stands until today. And if any German creates a general strike and said, "Get the fuck out of here, politicians, we do our own thing," he goes to jail and they throw the keys away. And he never comes out. This is a lifetime without any chance of parole.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of law benefits the politicians. It helps keep them in power.
And
it's obvious why they'll never rescind the law.
Yeah, and that's why the people hoping that the AfD gets one day big enough to have a counselor and change the amendments, how you call it, the amendments,
amendments.
Yeah,
amendments. Yes, about right. Yeah,
and one of these amendments is you can't create a general strike in Germany. So, and if this changed in France, if the French people want something, there are trucks all over the streets. They block every main street in Paris.
Yeah, that's what they did. Yeah, they did that in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, and go to the next stop, and 6 weeks later they come back. And there's no bread, there's no rice, there's no noodles, there's nothing in Paris. They have nothing to eat. And nothing and if the French people go on strike, they all go in strike. They are all in.
General strike.
And they get from the politicians what they want. And this is the reason the politicians can do in Germany whatever they want. So the third big direction is the Social Democratic Party of Germany. So the former Bundeskanzler Schröder.
Communists, basically.
No. They are not communists.
Not quite.
They are socialists.
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
All right.
No. There's a big difference. The SPD is also like the Christian Democratic Party, so-called People's Party. Normally, the CDU and the SPD had around 80% of the votes. the CDU sometimes 40%, and the SPD had 38, or the SPD had 33%, and the CDU had 37 or something like that. It was always these two parties had 80% of the votes, and then some. The liberals had some, the communists had some, and the righties had some, and that was it. But the Social Party got screwed over by the last by their last Bundeskanzler Schröder, who went to Russia, made an oil and gas deal with Russia when he was still in office, and 4 weeks later he had to retire official because his term was up, and 1 week later he was the second chief president of Gazprom Russia, with a salary of $11.5 million.
So who's the fourth party?
Yeah, and the fourth are the far lefties, the communists. There is so-called Die Linke, what is the former communist party in Eastern Germany, and Bündnis Sarah Wagenknecht, who was a bunch of retarded ex-communists. They are really retarded.
Yes. Well, I mean, you already had to live under them once. Don't need to go back to them again. Yeah.
I mean, they did good things and they did bad things. The best thing they had was the education system. And nobody in the whole world had a better education system as Eastern Germany. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. It's not even close. If the US, Russia, China, and let's say India put all their educations together, they maybe come to 50% of this, what the East Germany did in education. It was all for free. The best teachers, the best classes, whatever you want. They needed educated people because they had no resources. You know? Mm-hmm. We had no oil, we had no gas, we had no coal, and they needed educated people. And they took care of this. And this education system was later on Sweden, Finland, Denmark, Norway, all the Scandinavian countries took this education system from Eastern Germany, and they are the smartest people in the world now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So then, what was the
reason this education system was so good was from Thuringia, from the south to the north. It's around 700 miles. It was not a big country. Every single first grader had the same stuff to learn. No matter if he was in the south, in the hills, in the village, or he was in Berlin, or he was on the Baltic Sea. And if you are on a high school, every kid had to learn the same stuff. It was an all around. It didn't matter if you go to school in Dresden or in Magdeburg. You can switch schools from today, from Dresden to Magdeburg. It's the same stuff.
It sounds like Common Core, that we tried to do that in the United States. It was called Common Core. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
if you that Common Core, Saleen, your kids were in school when they were doing.
Yeah, but Common Core never took hold in Florida, thank God.
Yeah,
Common Core is now hopefully dead.
I mean,
I don't really hear anything about it anymore.
It's because it was killed off by people who knew what it was.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if you have a undergrad system from first grade, let's say, to high school, and it doesn't matter if you live in Denver, Colorado, or in Sarasota, Florida. If you are 8th grader, you learn the same stuff in Sarasota as in Denver. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
No, it's not, because people, every place has different needs, and the education system should be tied to the needs of the local community, not the national community.
Well,
Yeah,
to
but
the state. Yeah, to the
I-
needs of the state, you mean.
Yeah, and for that you have universities, but until
I do not like the idea of a national education curriculum.
Okay.
This scares me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, BA. I thought we were doing pretty good letting folks finish their sentences, but we'll try and do better. We'll try. Everyone here, Vic, try and do better. Sven, try and do better, or else Battle Angel's going to come and kick all our asses.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's Korean, so she can do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
She'll bury us in kimchi.
Yep.
No, and I think in 4 years, if this progresses, the AfD will be the strongest party in Germany. They started by 0. It was their first election, and they are the second strongest party, and they have more votes as one of the people's parties, and this is mind blowing for Germany. This is really mind blowing. And I hope they can change. They can get some change here. And I mean,
All right.
it's
all right,
hard.
I gotta go. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me see if my game already started. I want to watch later a baseball game. And you don't follow Florida baseball?
I mean, I follow it from a distance, but
Okay.
I mean, I'm not an avid baseball watcher, so
Yeah.
yes, there you are. You're late, Nate.
Yeah, I apologize for being late.
And Battle Angel said she wouldn't waste kimchi on us. So
I can read.
okay. Jason, my friend from Aruba. Good to see you, sir. Big basketball fan. I did not know that until recently. He is a big NBA fan.
No, I don't watch NBA. I don't watch NFL. I don't watch NBA, and I don't watch MLB.
In my opinion, it's kind of hard to get passionate about pro sports in the modern era.
Yeah.
But the simple reason is because the teams don't foster loyalty like they used to. I mean, free agency and breaking contracts all the time, and players going from city to city, and all that. It's hard to build loyalty for a team that seems to fall apart after a year or two.
Yeah.
And everyone's hiring the hired guns. And it just isn't like it was, and that's a damn shame.
I mean, they traded the Serbian kid Doncic from Dallas to LA. I mean, this kid is the best player, or let's say a top 3 player in the NBA. And he didn't have a say about this. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Is he a slave or what? I mean, okay,
Jason says big NBA fans still watch a little, but he only watches old full games. Okay.
Yeah. I watch old football games all the time from the 90s. I love college football from the 90s.
I do follow the NHL, James. It seems to be, in my humble opinion, the last pro sport that still somewhat resembles what I remember they all used to be. But even the NHL is not immune from free agency and all the rule changing silliness that it's taken a lot of the goodness out of the game. Started with the instigator rule all those years ago, and even admittedly, the NHL is now a shell of its former self.
Yeah.
Jason says he watched footage of the time when men still worked hard on the hardwood. Yep, absolutely. Yep, the Four Nations NHL tournament, which was their version of the All-Star. Yeah, the No Fun League and the National Bitches Association should take note of how stupid their so-called All-Star things are now compared to the NHL Four Nation tournament. I thought the Four Nations tournament was incredibly successful.
Yes, it was.
Did Canada win or did USA win? I think Canada. Canada, yeah. I mean,
and Canada unfortunately won on a weak goal in overtime. It really pissed me off.
But it's well deserved, and you know why? I mean, I don't hate the USA, but nobody, and I mean literally nobody, gives a fuck in the US about hockey.
That's bullshit.
And in Canada, it's national sport number one. Hockey is the sport in Canada, the absolute number one.
You know, you're snowed in 10 months out of the year, you can see why. But, you know, hockey is incredibly popular. And hockey is not as popular as football is. But, hell, hockey, I mean, I can point to the Tampa Bay Lightning sell out practically every game. The Florida Panthers are doing incredibly well. Hell, they just won the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I mean, you are the first American
your point that
who is an NHL fan. I know nobody who is an NHL fan. Nobody.
Well, I know plenty of hockey fans.
Of course,
around
you live there. You live there.
And James, absolutely, they should let the boys fight. They should let the boys hit too.
Of course.
When the slam dunk competition was won by a high school teacher, you know it's a terrible weekend altogether. You ain't just whistling Dixie, sir.
What was he talking about?
The NBA All-Star Weekend was a JOAK joke.
Wait, so what high school teacher won a slam dunk competition?
A high school teacher.
Huh?
I forgot his name.
They had high school teachers competing in the slam dunk competition.
Yeah, it's like a celebrity kind of thing. I don't know. Well,
I don't think the NBA All-Star Weekend had any NBA All-Stars playing.
Yeah, hell, even Kevin Hart was in the All-Star game.
Matt McClung.
Kevin Hart.
So the guy who won the slam dunk.
What is he? Is he a high school teacher?
Yes.
Well, let me look him up.
I think so.
Kevin Hart, he's 5 foot. The little guy, the comedian. You mean that guy?
Yeah, he's short. Yeah.
Crazy.
Matt,
McLung.
Matthew Ford, Mac McClung, American professional basketball player for the Orlando Magic. Two-way contract with the Osceola Magic of the NBA G League. He played college basketball for Georgetown and Texas Tech.
Okay.
Okay, so he's not actually a teacher.
Well, he looks like one.
Okay, they're saying that he looks like one. Oh, okay. He says that he looks like one.
He does, actually.
Yeah, that's a bit different.
Hey, Vic, do I look different?
Different? Oh, yeah, I guess you got your the sides of your head shaved. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Mike Wick, do you make it to March Madness? You need 3 out of 4, and you are in.
Three out of which 4?
You have 4 games left.
We have 3 games left.
3.
3.
Oh yes, Florida. You have Vanderbilt, I guess.
South Carolina. We got Texas, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt. Yeah,
and all three are winnable. If you win 3 games, you are in. Can you do it?
Well, I mean, we ought to be able to beat South Carolina because they're terrible. So,
so is Georgia.
So we just gotta be they're not. South Carolina is 11-17.
Ooh.
We're 17-11. So we should win that game. I mean, Texas. Texas. I mean, it's gonna be a bit hard because it is on the road, and then we got Vandy.
Vandy is decent.
But we do have them at home, so we ought to be able to beat them. So I mean,
Vanderbilt is actually
Texas
decent.
50-50, but Texas is 50-50, but we ought to be able to beat South Carolina and Vanderbilt.
I mean, for me, it's easier to beat Texas than Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is a better team than the Texas.
Right. So it's harder to beat. So it's easier to beat Texas on the road than it is to beat Vanderbilt at home.
Yes, and I tell you why. Vanderbilt, they destroyed Tennessee and Kentucky back to back. They played Saturday. They played Tennessee, destroyed them, and on the next Tuesday, they played Kentucky and blew them out by 10 points. I mean, it's not a real blowout, but for Vanderbilt against Kentucky, a 10-point win is like a blowout.
Yeah, but Kentucky today is not the Kentucky of old.
Yeah, but I mean, the Kentucky of old wouldn't be ranked 7th or 8th in the SEC. You know that. They would be ranked 1st. And there were no discussion about this. But I mean, they still have talent, a lot of 5 and 4 stars, and I mean, Vanderbilt put a really decent program on the floor, and we played Texas, and we blew them out. And against Vanderbilt, we had massive problems. I mean, we won, but by 3 points or something like that. But against Texas, it was a blowout.
I'm pretty sure we beat Vandy this year.
Yeah.
I mean, Florida is an elite team.
Yeah, they're loaded this year. I think Florida could make the Elite 8. I don't know that they can go any further, but I think they can get to the Elite 8.
If Florida stays healthy and they play together, they can go Elite 8. They can go to the national championship. Everybody in the top 10 has a chance to win it all. I mean, Mississippi State has no chance. Georgia has no chance. But Houston, St. John's, Florida, Auburn, Alabama, you name them. Duke, they are all loaded like hell. And they can win it all.
Joshua George says Auburn's going to win it all. They look like they could.
They might, yeah. They might.
But then again, Florida beat Auburn. So
I mean, so who knows? I mean, we've got 64 teams that make the tournament, so anything can happen.
68 technically.
Yeah, so anything can happen. I mean,
Florida might make it all the way to the national championship, or they might get bounced in the first round by, some 16 or 15 seed. You just don't know.
Yeah, we were last year. We were the last team who went in Chris Chan's second year, and guess what? We drew Izzo and Michigan State and got blown out of the building. They blew us out. We had
last night. Florida should have beaten Georgia and lost the game.
Yeah.
Only lost by, what was it, 3-5 points, something like that?
5.
Still lost.
And
doesn't matter if you lose by 1 point or 100.
This win is the only reason that Georgia can still make it.
Yeah,
It's the
we're
only
alive.
reason.
We're still alive thanks to
This
this
was a
win.
big time win, and a gutsy performance.
Nate, please tell me that's not a Taco Bell burrito.
No, it's a frozen type.
This looks disgusting.
Although I
It's
do
frozen,
like Taco
frozen
Bell.
burrito that you put in the microwave. Yeah.
Correct.
Although I do like the Taco Bell fire sauce. You can buy that in bottles now in Publix, so that's cool.
Out me myself.
Yeah.
But Taco Bell so-called food, I just can't.
Yeah. Nate ordered Taco Bell when he was right in front of a taco truck. Yeah.
Why would you do that? You order Taco Bell standing in front of a taco truck.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Rick, I have a question. When was the last time I ordered a pizza from a pizza place? When was the last time? What do you think?
I don't know. Do you order pizza? I don't know.
When was the last time? What do you think?
I don't know. I guess it's probably been a while.
I tell you what,
10 years?
you don't was alive the last time I did this.
Who?
Vic wasn't alive when I last time ordered a pizza.
Oh, for real?
Well, Vic is in his early 20s.
Oh, for real? Oh,
Yeah.
for real? Wow.
It's a minimum 30 years ago. We do our own pizza. We have the ground pizza here, the teig. What is it called? Where's the flour and the stuff? You can buy it in the grocery store. It's really good stuff. And you put your own ingredients and put it in the oven.
Right,
We do
you
our
can
own
make your
pizza.
pizza. Wow.
I was
Since
thinking of
30
getting one of those
years.
pizza ovens
Since
myself.
30 years, we do this. I can't even remember the last time. I think it was in the late 90s or mid 90s, maybe.
You know, they advertise these pizza ovens now that, you know, fit on your countertop. I was thinking about getting one, but I really, you know, my kitchen is kind of
no. I have a normal
oven.
oven and
Raj.
Yeah. So is it as good as what you can get from Domino's?
1,000 times better, my friend.
Better. I don't know about better.
You use a pizza stone or just
Vic, I tell you why it's better. I know exactly what's inside. And I say, I want mushrooms, I want pepperoni, I want this, and I want this. And I put it in my pizza.
Right. We can also order that from Domino's, or Papa John's or Pizza Hut and we can get all that stuff on there.
You order this stuff from Papa John's and buy for a pizza $10. And I get my pizza for $3.
I usually when I don't order pizza very often, but when I do it, I generally don't order from one of the chains. I usually go with a local establishment, and the pizzas are not quite so formulaic, if you will.
Well, right. Well, they won't deliver pizza in my area. I live too far away from town, so
yeah. Then make your own pizza.
Yeah.
What is this? Grapefruit?
No, grape soda.
A grape soda.
Why don't you just mix up sugar and water and inject it into your veins?
Yeah, crush.
Oh, come on. You're not going to drink right out of a 2-liter bottle, are
He's
you?
gonna drink right out of the bottle, yeah. Yes, he is, yeah. Yes, he is. Gonna drink straight out of that bottle. Yeah.
Don't do that. Yep. Don't do that. You know, he's going to end up weighing 400 pounds.
Yeah. No,
come on, Nate. Turn your camera back on. Yeah, turn your camera back on. We want to watch you chug that grape soda. Yeah.
Sven, as long as you've gone without ordering pizza and that sort of thing, I've gone longer since I've drunk grape soda.
I don't even. I mean, now I have a peppermint tea here. I bought some mint in the grocery store, some fresh mint. Put a little bit ingwer inside.
Yeah.
And hot water. Let it 5 minutes sink.
Yeah.
And mash, and that's it. And this mint is I don't know, 100 grams. It's enough for 15 teas, and it costs me €1.50. Nate, you are crazy. You will get a sugar shock.
Nate, you're going to put yourself in a coma.
Yeah.
Amada, you're right. Most things are better when you make them at home.
A sugar delirium.
I don't know. I would like to find a good pizza again. The really good pizza that's in my town. They're too far away for delivery, and I could go get it, but by the time I get it home, it's got to go
cold.
back in the oven.
Yeah, it's cold, and that's why you should make it by yourself.
Well, I have limited counter space, but I could try, certainly.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the time and the muse, do it. And if not, order. You are a free guy. You can do whatever you want. But I came from a farm family in Eastern Germany. We had no Papa John's and no Domino's. We baked our own stuff, and that's the way I learned it. I can make 90% of the meals in Germany. I can do. And what I don't know, my wife knew it.
I don't know what diabetes is, but I assume he's talking about diabetes.
Yeah,
diabetes.
I think it's diabetes.
Well, the way Nate is chug-a-lugging grape soda, he's on his way to diabetes.
No, he said he gets in a sugar delirium. I can tell you that.
Well, yeah, definitely.
He gets a sugar shock.
That is for sure.
Yeah.
But hey, it's his body, right?
Yeah.
He's his own man. He has to know by himself. And now he's gone.
I don't really drink sodas much. Yeah.
I only drink the zero sugar soda.
In Germany, we have water with carbon dioxide. It's called Sprudel. It's water with bubbles. It don't exist in the US.
Yeah, we can get that. We can get that here too. We call it like was it sparkling water? Yeah.
Yeah, sparkling water. But I never saw it in the US. Is that new?
No, it's been around a long time.
Yeah, I never
Tonic
saw it in the
water,
grocery store.
club soda, sparkling water. Yeah, we've been all over the place.
Yeah, in Germany, we drink all time sparkling water. And some guys put a little bit honey inside, or a little bit of lemon, or a little bit of grape, or whatever. And in the summertime, if it's cold, it's really refreshing. So I hope the snow is gone in Germany. The snow is melting now. I think in 2 days we have no snow anymore. And the temperatures are rising. We have 37 now. It was 3 days ago, it was 7 degrees. It was really cold here.
I think winter is pretty much done here in Florida.
Yeah, in Florida, of course. But in
about
Germany,
done.
you never know.
I ain't going to be sad about that at all.
Yeah, it's just about done here in Georgia too. Yeah.
I mean, I want sun and 90 degrees, and I'm just fine. It's not that I hate cold weather, but I hate cold, rainy weather. If it's really cold and snows, that's fine. But 0 degrees and rain, I hate this.
Well, 0 degree. Well, it doesn't rain when it's 0 degrees. It snows. It snows or sleets. Yeah, when it's 0 degrees.
0 degrees Celsius is around
32 degrees freezing.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, right. 0 Celsius, right.
Yeah, and water
freezes.
freezes.
They're on that Celsius system.
Yeah, and water freezes on 0 Celsius. That's the freezing point. But I want sunshine, summer, or spring. 70 degrees is okay. It's enough for me.
I need it to be a bit warmer than that, please, and thank you.
You are a real Floridian now, huh?
I've been a Floridian most of my life.
Yeah, I guess. Anything beyond 50 is winter for you.
Anything below 60 is winter.
60?
Yeah, I want it to be warmer than 60 or else I'm miserable.
I mean, last week was a baseball game, college game between South Carolina and St. Mary's, and they really played at 3 degrees Fahrenheit baseball. It was the only game who was played. Every other game was postponed due to the weather. And they said, we don't care, we play. I mean, 3 degrees on a baseball field, it's not funny. So, ranking every Georgia football team under Kirby Smart, Vic2 Productions, 1 hour ago. Look at him.
Yeah.
I have to watch this. I guess the 21 team was your favorite, huh?
Well, or the 22 team, yeah.
Not last year.
Yeah, either one, either the 21 team and the 22 team, yeah.
I mean, I thought you were happy with your wide receivers last year. I mean,
get colder and colder. I thought the winters were. I thought they were supposed to be getting warmer, but
yeah, I thought we were supposed to be boiling up by now, according to Al Gore and Ayak. You know, Alexander Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah.
Who said we only have a dozen years to live.
Yeah, AOC. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
now, that truly is one of the dumbest women I've ever seen in my life.
This lady said, "What?"
That's true.
She was in Germany, and she said, "Yeah, there are so many planes around. The people should go by ship." And guess what? She had a private plane from the US to Germany.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Guy, yeah, why don't you do that, lady? Yeah.
Yeah, and one guy in the audience yelled at her, "Hey, lady, do you riding by your red rubber boat over the pond or what?" Huh?
Yeah, she's probably yeah. She's not the best person to send to represent our country. Yeah,
I guess so.
Yeah, between her and Greta Thunberg, it's a toss-up as to which one is stupid.
right.
Thunberg is
right, but at least she doesn't. Right, at least she but Greta Thunberg is not American though. So
yeah, but
no, she's brain dead.
yeah, so she doesn't.
Yeah,
so she doesn't.
She's really.
So she doesn't represent us. But yeah.
She represents her bank account, and that's all what she cares about.
Yeah, she's a hypocrite, just like everybody else. How dare you? No, how dare you?
That's what all. Yes, all politicians are here to represent their bank account. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but be honest about it.
Yeah, but I mean, family Clinton, Hillary, and the former president,
Bill,
have a net worth of $150 million. How can you get that rich as a politician? Explain, please.
Yep.
There's a word for it. Graft. There's
know.
another word for it. Corruption.
Yeah.
There's another word. Bribery.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're on the right path, I guess.
I know I am.
Yeah.
I mean,
you ever wonder how a socialist like Bernie Sanders owns 3 properties in the Northeast and it has a net worth in the millions?
Right. What about
the guy from New Hampshire? The old guy?
Yeah. What about
Vermont?
What about Mitch McConnell? What's his net worth?
Oh, he's a corrupt politician of the highest order. He's in the back pocket of the Chinese, for God's sake.
I don't even know.
But luckily, Cocaine Mitch is not going to be long for this world. He'll be dead soon.
Yep.
Bury him next to Puddinhead Biden.
I don't even know who Mitch McConnell is.
Yeah.
He's the former Republican leader in the Senate.
Yeah,
the
majority slash minority. Yeah, the majority slash minority leader. Yeah.
They call him the turtle.
Yeah, the turtle. Yeah.
A snap turtle.
Yeah.
No, it's because of that turkey neck he's got going on.
Yeah, it's more like a tortoise. Yeah.
I wish he would just drop dead already and get it over with.
Yeah. Yeah.
And take Nancy Pelosi with you.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi is this 90-year-old woman.
Well, she's a
80-year-old
woman, but yeah.
Yeah, 80 or 90 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she's also brain dead.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how old she is. I know she's got to be somewhere in her 80s at least. Yeah. But I mean, this woman she consumes so much alcohol, her liver is pickled. I mean, she's shown up drunk so many times on the house floor that it's a wonder she hasn't passed out and face first in a pile of her own vomit. But what are you going to do?
Yeah, and then what about Mitt Romney? Yeah, what are your thoughts on him? Yeah.
Well,
Romney was.
When you come up with the term rhino, Republican in name only, Mitch McConnell's, Mitt Romney's picture pops up right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
He's a worthless piece of shit. I'm surprised he ever got elected by the people of Utah, but fortunately they fixed that mistake.
Yeah, or how he became the Republican nominee, right?
Yeah, I know.
Evidently it was his turn. You want to talk about a weak candidate? That was
So what did he do that makes him a Republican in in name only.
Does the phrase Romney care mean anything to you?
Romney what?
Romney care.
Oh yeah, it was his version of Obamacare, but he did it in Utah. Yeah,
Massachusetts.
yeah, he wrote Massachusetts. Okay. What was he
Basically,
doing?
he
What
was
was he doing in Massachusetts? I thought he was from Utah.
actually he's from Michigan.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know how he ended up in Massachusetts. Somebody can look that up if they want. I don't really care.
Yeah, I thought all the Mormons. I thought all the Mormons lived in Utah. So
no, there's a substantial population in Michigan. Don't forget, his father was governor of Michigan.
So how did he win as a governor of Massachusetts as a Republican?
Because he was a socialist.
Oh, okay. Right. In name, well, like you said, he tried his own version of Obamacare in Massachusetts. So basically, he wrote the blueprint for the
Obamacare was
Affordable Care Act,
which is affordable for no one without tax subsidies. But never mind that.
Yes, that was all his idea.
All I know about Romney is he ran against Obama. That's all I know about him.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and he got beat.
Yeah,
even though Obama,
did you vote for Romney, Saleen?
No, I actually voted Libertarian that year.
Yes, you voted for what was his name? Gary Johnson, right? Wasn't that his name?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I could not vote for Romney because it was basically like voting for Obama anyway. But Obama in 2012 was vulnerable. He was not popular. The economy was crashed. He had been caught in multiple lies. He was ripe for the picking, but the Republicans put Romney up against him, and that's what basically like, slapping somebody with a cooked noodle.
Did you vote in the primary in 2012?
I don't remember.
Did you vote did you vote in the Republican primary?
I probably did, but I don't.
Because I know that we had like Mitt Romney, we had Newt Gingrich, John Kasich, and again.
I probably voted for Newt.
Rick Santorum, yeah.
No, I wouldn't have voted for Santorum.
The best description for Obama in Germany I heard was this.
The Big Four, yeah.
The Germans said about Obama, Obama may be the neighbor you wish for, but he's not the president you wish for. That's what the Germans said about Obama. He may be an absolute fantastic neighbor. If he's your neighbor, you can talk to him, you can grill with him, the kids can come over. He's a nice guy, but he's not a president.
Yeah, right. So what about John McCain?
Who the heck is this?
Oh, he was worthless. Another weak candidate that they put up against Obama because they didn't want to appear like they were anti-black.
Oh,
so they put up weak candidates against him in both elections.
Oh,
okay. Well, how was McCain a weak candidate?
He was not he is another rhino. He's a moderate Republican, and I made the mistake of voting for him because I was too afraid of Obama. Rightly so.
Yeah, well, I mean, you voted for him, and he didn't win. So
no, he didn't. No, he didn't.
So it makes no difference. But yeah.
Well, I don't think if he won, it would have made any difference anyway. It was no better than Obama anyway. And Obama, the way I refer to Obama, I refer to him as the Marxist Muslim. So,
A what? Right. A Marxist Muslim,
right? He would have been he would have been just as bad as Obama, right? Sounds like he would have been pretty good then.
McCain would have been as bad as Obama.
Right.
Obama turned out to be worse. Raj. McCain would not have been a good president. He was not a good senator. I don't know why they kept sending him back there, but Arizona's always been a nutball state anyway. So.
Yep.
Oh, Vic, I didn't ask you.
And then do you remember what's her name? Sarah Palin, right? When she John McCain's running mate. Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta take this phone call.
Yeah.
Vic, I didn't ask you what kind of trivia questions you want on Friday. Older ones, a mix, about a certain conference. What do you want?
Yeah, Zona says I have the shittiest neighbors on the planet. Really, I thought Matt had the shittiest neighbors on the planet. Yeah.
What I wonder about this, have you neighbors in the desert? He lives in the desert. His neighbors are snakes and scorpions. Huh? So
would I vote for Big Mike? No, I would not vote for Big Mike.
Okay, I think he means Michelle Obama.
Yeah, our first lady with the dick. Yep. And yes, I think politically Arizona is a nutball state. Yes. I mean, look at the governor you just elected, for God's sake.
What do I agree with? What the shittiest neighbors on the planet, or that Arizona is a nutball state? Yeah. I mean, Matt has meth heads living next to him.
I have a buddy in Flagstaff, and what is in Arizona, and he says it's the best place in the world.
Yeah. So what about you, Zona? Do they have a lot of meth heads in Arizona?
I don't know. New Mexico is the worst state in the U.S. Maybe bottom 5, but I think California and Washington, and Oregon are the worst.
See, do I believe Arizona is a nutball state? No, not really. I mean, there's nutballs everywhere. So, I mean,
I think politically
there's nutballs in every state.
Arizona is a nutball state. I mean, I look at their most recent set of elections the past few years, and I'm thinking to myself, what kind of rational group of human beings votes for a governor like that, and then votes for a senator like that, and has that kind of election rules and procedures like that? I just think Arizona politically needs an enema.
Yeah, that was my question before you left, Saleen, was about Sarah Palin. If you remember, she was like McCain's running mate.
I thought the only reason I voted for McCain was because of Palin, because at least I thought she would be a decent conservative. Turns out she probably isn't, but
it turns out she was kind of crazy, but yeah.
Well, yes, but she was a better conservative than McCain was.
She was kind of a nut job. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But like I said, as a conservative, she made a better conservative than McCain did. So.
Yep.
Who is the governor of Georgia?
That would be Brian Kemp.
Yeah, he's not really much of a conservative, but he's all you got.
Yep. Well, the other choice was Stacey Abrams. So.
Stacey Abrams is a corrupt Marxist of the first order.
Oh,
She is a
communist.
ruthless piece of shit. She is.
Yeah, do you know that? Yeah, that Biden sent funneled $2 billion to her campaign. Yeah, did you hear about that? Or
Oh yeah, definitely heard about that. And all that money went into her stomach.
yeah,
Big tooth gap, ratchet piece of garbage. She is.
yeah.
But unfortunately, she's young, and she'll probably keep popping up in the state of Georgia trying to be elected to something. Yep, she does belong in jail, James. I absolutely agree. Zona said there's tons of meth in Arizona.
This is bad.
And Joshua argues that Colorado is worse than Arizona. Yeah, I could see that. But I still think the three worst states in this country are California, Oregon, Washington State. In no particular order.
Right, so the West, so the left coast.
Yeah, the entire West Coast of this country is full of.
Vic, if you think,
it's not just the West Coast; it's the left coast. Yeah.
If you think Atlanta is bad, come to Seattle. My son lives 5 minutes from Seattle on the other side of the border in Vancouver. I can tell you, this is a shithole.
Well, let me put this on.
I mean, it can't be worse. It can't be worse than Atlanta, but
it's way worse.
My parents were heavy glass collectors. My mom still is. In America, the hub of glass artists in this country is Washington, particularly the Seattle area. She has many of these artists that are personal friends of hers and would love to go visit them. She won't go. Too dangerous. Too much Antifa, too much BLM, too much crazy.
You're telling me that Seattle is more dangerous than Atlanta?
No, I'm not saying that. I lived in Atlanta, and I assure her all the time, Atlanta is many times more dangerous.
It can't be worse than Atlanta,
where she is now, and Seattle for her would be a culture shock at this point.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why Eastern Oregon and Eastern Washington were like, thinking of breaking away and becoming part of Idaho.
And they're working on that actively, Vic. It's an active thing.
The only good thing what came the last 50 years out of Seattle was the grunge music.
And then they just need Idaho to then legalize marijuana. Yeah.
Oh,
terrific.
Because that is the one benefit of living in Oregon and Washington is the weed. But yeah, I'm sure they want to keep their weed and yeah, I think that would be their only demand for joining Idaho, but that they legalize weed. Yeah.
So, Vic, you going to Arizona?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have been to Arizona actually. Yeah. I saw. Yeah, I did see the Grand Canyon and stuff. So, yeah, I actually have been to Arizona.
I have not been to Arizona. Well, maybe someday. There's quite a few places I want to go visit someday, but
yeah. I mean, well, Idaho is not exactly the West Coast, but yeah.
Why you don't take your mom and make a visit to Arizona?
I don't know. We might. Yes, I heard that Brian Donalds has thrown his hat in the ring to run for governor of the state. I think that, having heard him speak multiple times, I think that is an excellent choice. We'll see how he does in the primary in a year or so. It's a hard act to follow, following DeSantis, but I think Donaldson could be, or Donalds could be the guy. There's also a rumor that DeSantis's wife is thinking about running for governor too. That could be an interesting dynamic. Well, we'll see. There's lots of time between now and then to see what happens. Who throws their hat in the ring, as it were.
So now I have a question. Why you never join the stream here? Come in here. You don't have to type. Come in here.
Well, I'm going to be signing off in 5 minutes. So.
I know, but for the next time.
Oh, I welcome anyone into the stream. Absolutely.
Sona is a nice guy. I always made
I have been led to understand that. Yes.
I always made bets with Sona on BBD's channel. We had always some bets running, and it was always this team wins and this team wins, and if you lose, you have to donate $10 or $20 or $5 or whatever to support.
TK
BBD.
never came back, did she?
No.
It's a shame.
Maybe she burned her computer.
They left without saying goodbye.
No, she said she had 10% on her.
Yeah, but she was going to switch to her computer. She said.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she'll be here next week, maybe. Hopefully.
She will not get lost. Oh, by the way, Vic, later on in an hour or so, I go to watch the LSU baseball game. Search for Cayunomics and come in. 4,000 LSU fans. You will not believe what you see there. These people are absolutely crazy, but it's fun. If you want to have 10 minutes fun, come over and join. It's good stuff. Cayunomics. It's when the LSU baseball game starts. Oh, he's tired.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not.
It's 11 p.m. here. And I guess at driver's time, Saleen's time, it's 5.
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Just about 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
Yep,
the
just
problem
about
is in Florida it's 5 and VicTube's time it's 6, right?
No, Vic is
No.
on the same time as me.
No, it's
And the time in Mississippi
it's
now
5.
it's 7. Mississippi is another time zone.
No, Mississippi is an hour behind me.
Yeah.
Mississippi is Central Time. We're on Eastern Time.
Yeah.
You need to get one of those apps for the phone where it shows different times in different time zones.
I have it on the computer and I only use Health State.
That's a very useful app for me because I set my GMT watches by that.
And Health State shows me the kickoff times in German time.
Yeah. Anyway, I got to wrap it up, guys. I'm going to go pick my mom up, and we are going out to dinner tonight. We are going to have lobster rolls.
Oh,
so
enjoy
looking
it.
Forward
and say hello to Mom Saleen.
I shall. Mama Saleen.
Yeah, Mama Saleen. I wish you a nice day, guys. I'm out of here.
Okay, enjoy your baseball game, sir.
I will.
Thank you for stopping by as usual.
Yep.
Congratulations on George's win last night. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
You will not do it again.
Nope. Not
in basketball.
not this year. Oh.
No. Well, unless we see you in the SEC tournament, you never know.
Right, which we might, yeah.
Yeah, well, and we'll enjoy the basketball as sort of filler until football starts up again.
Yeah.
But don't forget, everyone, to head over to VicTube Productions channel on Friday for his live stream.
Yep.
More fun
it'll be the last Friday stream before the Slob Cruise. So
yes, the Slob Cruise is coming up.
Yep.
Okay. And we'll put you in the background. Okay, thank you guys and gals for stopping by for episode 212 of Wednesday Afternoon Live with me, SaleenDriver. Thank you all for coming in. Don't forget on the way out to click the thumbs up button. It does help with the YouTube algorithms. Thank you for being good audience participants and not throwing up any strange stuff in the comments section or porn bombing me on live stream. Always appreciated. Have a good rest of the week. Have a good weekend. And we'll see you all back here again on the 5th of March for episode 213 of Wednesday Afternoon Live. The show about nothing in particular. I think we proved that again today. Thank y'all. Have a good day.